Welcome back to Tran Wins Legend of Keepers, Episode 3. This is the retail version of the game, still in early access. I started a new profile because the save did not automatically transfer over from the demo version, which counts as a different game on Steam than the retail version. Now that being said, I probably could have tracked down the files and moved them over, but I didn't want to glitch out the game. So it wasn't really tough to create a new account. But I will say that by creating a new save, I was actually able to rename or name the save. Normally when you just create a save with its default name, it names it save 1, save 2, save 3. So this time I typed in Tran where it would be, and now I have a new profile.
Torture? It's a passion.
So I went ahead and replayed Act 1 using the basic game settings. Go ahead and select my talents. I'm going to reset for free, and I don't really care. I like this one better than this, but I want to get lower training prices. So we'll go ahead and go there. Okay. As far as customization goes, you can set the more left you go, the easier it is. The more right you go, the harder it is. And then the more difficult you make things for yourself, the more experience you will gain for after the game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and we'll just play it on normal, but I will change the game length to long so that I can get a mid-boss monster. I think that's how this works. So everything's the same, even the experience gain is the same. So it's really the default or vanilla flavor of the game, but twice as long, I think.
Let's get to work.
There also were endless and ascension modes available for selection, but I think they took those out because people were getting frustrated at seeing them locked off behind DLC. Now, the game creator's reasoning was if you paid the supporters pack, you could play these unfinished versions during the early access, but they had always intended to release it in the full 1.0 version of the game once the game leaves early access, regardless of whether or not you had the supporters pack. So the supporters pack was basically early access, if you want to look at it that way. All right, I miss my old default traps. Let's take a look here. All right, so fire is nice chunk of damage. Guess we'll do that. Now, chances are I really shouldn't bring any monsters out for the first wave, right? I think. I should probably swap those two. I should be able to like swap with using these commands here actually. Why won't you let me remove the monster there? In the future I'll probably remove the placement section and just go straight to the battle. So let's go ahead and put the polar portal. And then we'll put a mortar. Because one of the reasons is when I'm planning out the monsters, I would look, for example, this guy does ice damage, so fire and ice. So I would look for my resistances, and then I try to compare my damage. So this guy does nature, and see like, okay, this guy resists a little bit of nature, resists medium nature, and has no nature resistance whatsoever. So I try to figure those things out, and that does take some time. I don't know if it's really that valuable in a published video. So we're gonna go straight up to the monster boss.
Go get some.
Since this is just the first round, I can afford to just regenerate my hit points, so I'll leave my motivation alone. Oh, it's only 30 to 1. I'm sure it told me it was going to.
Welcome to my torture room.
So the first time the heroes reached me as a slave holder, I got a beating because I had no idea really how to use bleed and attack. Because I just didn't have any experience fighting with my champion. Which is in a way good because that meant that they hadn't really reached me. It was bad because I got a big thrashing from it. Okay, so we can choose between demons and monster style. Air damage, 60. Morale damage, air damage, vulnerable. That's pretty cool. I like vulnerable. Ricochets to the hero position behind the target. As far as hit points go. Okay. I don't know. She does the most damage. Damage dealt reduced by 30%. Max 50%, 10 times. Okay. So I kind of like the Harpy. This is a newly released monster, I believe. Just glancing at the patch notes, I don't know when it was released, but it was one of the more recently added monsters. I think the Harpy's the way to go. 60 damage is more than 30. Alright. So we have... Why does it look blurry? Okay, let's try that. Okay, that looks better. So my choice is to level up my traps, which I'm not too fond of my traps. I want a lure and to boost up a trap. I'm not really a big fan of just straight up damage traps. Also, traps, you can get 6 of them, but you generally get to place 2 in a dungeon. Whereas monsters, I'm always short on monsters. Let's go ahead and we'll do trainer and spend some of our valuable money, spend some of our gold on leveling up these creatures. So the first level that the monsters can get generally gives them a perk, which is super helpful. So for example, I can get air weakness when attacking. Let's go with that. Consumes the stacks of burn, add 2 stacks of penalty. The most stacks applied to the target. I'm not sure what that means. Add 2 stacks of the penalty with the most stacks applied to. So like if I have frostbite, I can apply this extra. Or is it saying 2 stacks of burn? I'm not sure. Damage dealt increased by 5 per stack of penalty applied to heroes. Guess there's only one way to find out. But let's see if there's anything else. Alright, we'll train you, and looks like we have enough money to train you. That's it. We'll now go to events, because there's no point going to the engineer without any money. If I lose 1 motivation, I can get some resources. We'll go and get tears, because I don't have any of those. Alchemist would allow me to convert blood and tears into gold or into each other. We'll do event instead. While walking through the corridors, you notice a monster waiting for a job interview. You could hire the candidate right now without intermediaries. On the other hand, what makes them think they can come in uninvited? Unfortunately, I spent all my gold, so I cannot hire this goblin drummer. So we'll just intimidate him away and get some tears. Now it's up for the first battle. Well, I'm not counting the second battle. All right. There is no disaster, no meeting room, no resting room. I'm not sure. I don't remember what those are. My reward at the end of this will be a monster and 50 to 85 gold. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably skip this preparation phase for purposes of publication, because here's basically what will happen is I'm going to be looking at every one of my monsters. In fact, let me go ahead and type this up right now. Let me go and make up a list. What you're looking at now is a really quick spreadsheet I put together. I'll probably try to refine it during the rendering this episode or something. And I know it doesn't look good, but it serves its purpose. The formula for everything is I take the 100% minus the resistance value that I have, which may make it result in a higher number. So for example, if Kuz is taking air damage, that is 100% minus negative 40%. That is going to be 140%. So he's taking 140% damage times whatever their air damage is, which is 45. The reason I'm doing it this way is I know I could just do times 1.4, but again, I wanted to make it where the spreadsheet would just read off values very quickly without me having to manually type in everything. So I would type in at this point, and I just made it just now. I would type in at this point their resistances, and then I type in the hero's damage, and I will come up with all these numbers, or at least for the top part. The rest of it is a little more in depth. It also takes into account my offensive values. So by looking at this, it looks like if I want to do the most damage, I should be taking Kuz and Muleth, and Jigo is probably not a bad bet either. Looking at it this way, they do front, and back. So I probably want to put Kuz in the back because he does the most damage. He also has some armor, whereas Muleth takes extra damage. So we're actually going to put Jigo, Muleth, and Kuz in that order, and that should get me the most bang for my buck. All of my characters here will just pretty much die in the first wave of attacks. Jigo might not even get to move, frankly. Let's see here. So he would take 45 air, which would result in, let's see here. Air is at 10% of, so he'll take 49 damage, which is almost half his life. And then he's going to take 54 nature, which will kill him right out. But so he won't actually not get to move in this case. Let's see here. But if I apply haste, he would get to move, actually. If the harpy moved first, she would apply haste and he would get to move once. So that should work, actually. Let's try that. All right, so I don't know how long I sat here. I'll probably put it in like a little timestamp or something. This is the reason why I'm probably not going to include placement days in the published versions after this point. Let's see here. So this is only to one person, and it would be fire damage, so that's not actually that great. We got ice and nature. Looks like nature is my best bet, really. Alright, so I don't really have a lot of choices here. Realistically, I need to worry about taking air and nature damage. Air and nature, air and nature. So yeah, in this order is probably the best. Then we will probably want to just hit you with fire. There we go.
Prepare to die.
Alright, let's see how this works out. So now we're going to do whirlwind, which will allow me to have haste. And as a, what? Why didn't... Wait, what? Applies haste 3 to monsters in front of the harpy. You're in front. Oh, I picked the wrong ability. I was thinking single target is the first ability and area is the second ability. All right. Well, that plan went to crap. But all right. The idea is still there. Oh, he still gets to move. Okay. That makes sense. It's this one that has the front attack, so I still get to move, thankfully. So maybe that does work out, because she has higher value to me doing single target attacks than area attacks. Now that being said, right now I've got to, because I don't want to waste overkill on her. So let me see. We have. I would rather see numbers than the percentages, frankly. I could do 40 physical to her, or 40 nature to him, so I would actually probably do more nature damage. So they're just trying to squeeze out as much damage as I can. That was pretty brutal. I'm actually kind of surprised we did so much damage in the first round. That's really good. I probably wouldn't have designed it that way without the spreadsheet. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Okay, I really like the Boar Man because he does. I just feel like I get a lot of mileage out of doing armor, reducing a person's armor. His stats right now don't really look that good. Like, he's super slow. That is true. But his third ability, which is hidden, he hasn't unlocked it, is something like do double damage if the enemy has negative value of armor. That double damage. That's like saying you get to attack twice, kind of. Let's see here. So this can slow people, but do modest ice damage. I really think the Boar Man's way to go. Why did you lose? Oh yeah, that's right. They all got defeated. That's right. Let's take a look. Drop all these guys in. I didn't pick you. Do you? You just naturally, or did I make? I think it maybe did. I think it did maybe make everybody lose one motivation for a growth. Okay, so I need one more monster realistically. I mean, I don't have to have 2 full rooms of monsters, but I need one more monster to fully kit myself out. Let's see here. So I've got any damage dealers? Not really. And you'll do physical. So maybe you? While dusting the dungeon, the cleaning goblin has freed a monster caught in a spider's web. He also accidentally woke up a giant spider queen, who demands compensation for the destruction of her webs. Minus 120 life by choosing fire. I think you should just put it right here at a value. Minus 120 hit points or hearts. Yeah, I don't want to give him my blood, so I'm just going to fight and get a free unit. Bam, free unit. And so now I have Loth, the Knoll. He does nature damage. Alright, he's kind of modest as far as stats go. Business trip gets me a guaranteed artifact. Plunder. If I could afford to lose more monsters, I would send them out to plunder. But I'd rather just send one volunteer instead of 3. For now, because I don't have enough monsters. So this gives me creatures transfer their stacks of enrage to a random monster of the group when they are defeated. I kind of like that as an idea. Currently, I don't have an enraged stack. During my, what is probably going to be an unpublished Act 1, I actually had an item that gave me enraged stacks to all surviving monsters after one of my monsters is defeated. And then I also got this, Aegis. I think that's how you say it. And so like that was a really interesting combination. So yeah, I would love to have Aegis, but I don't currently have a way to get enraged stack. I don't even have the trap that gets me enraged. So I would greatly enjoy this. I think I'm going to need the money more. So that was also my level 2 dude, wasn't it? Okay, he's just level 1. So now I'm down to 3, down to 2 guys in the first room, 3 in the second room. So let's see here. Fire and physical. Maybe we'll just include this for nature damage to even them out. Trainer, I don't have enough for a lot of training, but let's see what we can afford. Unfortunately, I can't. I should be able to like pick from any of my monsters, including the garrison monsters. But all right. So damage dealt by 100%. I guess we'll take that, and that's all I can afford. I feel weak for getting only 1 training in. All right, all my monsters get +1 motivation back. I can actually afford to bring someone out. We'll say you. Alright. So we'll put my level 2s up front. Maybe I will spare some motivation because I would probably put them in the back so that they can survive. But right now I'm trying to save up as much motivation as I can. Alright, I could use some different kinds of traps. So we're going to go with this one. The gold is also very tempting. Since I only have the 3 monsters in each room, I don't really need to plan too much around this. I guess we'll do Polar first. Here, front. So fire and ice in the front. Guess you. Probably like that or something. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The short dude always makes monsters move around.
I'm committed.
Yeah, they did apply frostbite to everybody.
I'm committed. I'm committed.
Pretty sure I had him in the back most slots so that he could do the most damage, but alright. And I had this guy in the front so he could absorb the most damage. It seems like overkill, frankly. He's only got 41 life. Alright.
Holy.
Front, so I should probably focus fire the front.
앵키베르.
You take not much damage from either one of those abilities. 14 poison. Tries 2 attacks from all penalties applied to target to another random hero.
앙키베르. 앵키베르.
Alright, so I could have deployed that a little better if I remembered that this dude was gonna swap my characters around. I don't really have much in the way of demoralization. I really think fighting them with morale is a lot easier in most cases, many cases, but we'll go ahead and get the bone catapult because I don't currently have a way to hit morale anyways, so I should probably get versatile. Alright, so we've lost quite a bit of morale on these two guys. What are you? You're 2 down. 2 down. So I don't have a lot of money for the traps, nor do I really have traps I want to level up. So we'll actually do a workout. Alright, so I can get a health growth or more regeneration. Interesting. We'll start with regeneration, I suppose. And then we will get this, and we'll leave the money alone. I'll keep the money for my crew. Alright, so I can get burn to all heroes when a demon is defeated. Do I even have demons? Let's see here. It doesn't show the status anymore. It usually shows this little... Oh, there it is on the top left. Why do you gotta move? Alright, so 1 demon, 2 demon, 3 demons. So about a third of my troops are demons. Applies burn to all heroes when a demon is defeated. Or I can get a level up. You're only level 1. We'll go and sell that. I don't know. How much does it cost to level you up? Probably costs more than 150 gold. Alright, you can take it. So he doesn't actually get the burn bonus, he just gets a level out of it. Alright, so he's willing to give me money. This will reduce my... I think some of my monsters will get sick on the next event. Alright, so I have some money. We should really buy some monsters at this point. So let's see here. Okay. I guess we'll just buy these 2 monsters. Not really fond of either one, but I just need bodies at this point. I could renew, but I don't wanna do that. I don't like spending that kind of cash or refreshes. My best up front. Again, it's probably not the best strategy, but I'm trying to save on my motivation. Once I have enough motivation to spare, I'll start sticking my best in the back.
Prepare to die.
Yeah, let's get this done correctly. We're gonna haste everybody. Adds 2 stacks to all penalties applied to the target, so I can increase his vulnerability. Is that correct? Let's try it. I mean, it might be better than damage. I'm not sure. That is really good straight up damage. Let me think here. The Harpy will get to move. If I do this, I will kill. I'll kill him after he moves. I think that's how it'll play out. There you go. I can. So you recovers maximum morale and you recover maximum life, so I don't actually need to worry too much about that right now. So why don't we... Let me think here. Unless I can do enough damage to both of you at the same time, you're just going to end up healing a chunk of that back. Let's see, tiredness, you do 19. You don't do a lot of damage, so we'll just do this. Did you not apply it? So I think this means that the skill's been used. I'm not really sure. For all I know, that's normally gray, but this skill is purple. I would like some sort of more clear distinction of it, like if the text was gray also. So I think he hasn't used his morale ability. %. What is this next trap? Oh, I already used the trap, okay. So we will probably... Let's see here, fire, nature, air. You don't take a lot of air, but you do take some nature damage. So yeah, we'll enrage. So this will apply tiredness to everybody, so let's do that. And then let's go ahead and infect with nature damage. Okay, let's see here. You don't have as much armor as you, Gargoyle, I would think you would have. Let's see here, 60 life. I would think a ghost is also physically resistant by a lot. All you guys are really bad against fire, for starters. Would it be nice if I could also see what kind of team I had so I would understand what I'm missing in terms of resistances? I should probably just focus on damage. You do the best damage, and you have a good chunk of life. I guess I'll go with the Yetigo. Alright, so we took a beating that round. Let's take a look. Let's put you up. Throw in all the refreshed people, and then we'll organize them in a second. Wow, okay, I've got quite the crew on my hands now. Alright, now I can afford to start spending a little bit of that motivation on other things. Okay, let's see here. So let's go ahead and put all my level 2s in the back row. So these are level 1, so these are the most expendable. So these guys are going to get chewed up first. And then I will have these guys to finish them off. The level 2s are more valuable, so I don't want them to be retired quicker. Additionally, when the enemy heals, I'd rather them heal like whatever pathetic damage these guys do rather than the good damage these guys do. Yeah, so I think that should work out. Probably have you rest up then, in that case. Alright, so we have an engineer or merchant. Do I have traps worth leveling? They're okay, but nothing I'm really looking for. Let's go to another merchant. Or maybe not. I do have a lot of monsters right now, but that may not stay forever. Let's hit it. It just takes one bad event and I'll lose everything. So, I've never seen these dudes before. Okay. Alright, we'll just buy both of these up. Take a look. Okay. have some spare monsters. We'll do the event. Food poisoning. Ignore. Well, I just sorted out my guys, and that's fine. So now I've got space. Let's see who's... Okay, none of my level 2's got food poison. That's fine. Just Ilra level 1 and Jigo level 1. This is actually not too bad. Okay, so you do physical, fire, physical. Probably one other physical in this category, so we'll stick you there. I'm probably going to lean hard on physical in room 2. Alright, I like the way that my team is setting up. It's a lot. Act 1 was actually kind of rough for me. I don't know why. Alright, so I can... Nah, I don't. I'd rather sell motivation for money. Okay, trap or an artifact. Ooh, I think I'll go for the trap because I want a trap I like, and I like gold. I like gold a lot, so we're gonna do this.
Come get some.
Alright, I had this selection of monsters, but I didn't use my spreadsheet this time. It takes a lot of time to do all that. So let's see here. I think the guy in the back is less, so we'll hit the person in the back. So we'll apply bleeding. Question is, will you get to survive for a round? I think you will, so we'll go and infect the person in the front. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do mischief, or no, we're gonna do confusion, which will spread stacks from every penalty you have to the person in the middle. Oh, to everybody, okay. So now you'll probably, she'll probably get 2 turns, I think. And the satyr or whatever he is gonna be gone. So I should likely worry about damage. So you do heal, so we'll poison. So, because he'll heal right out at the start of each fight, it looks like. Okay, I got my best monsters coming up, so we'll do a show no mercy. Nice. Let's take a look at my group. Okay, it's not bad. I've got some backups as well. I could probably pull these out with no issue. Don't really need that many monsters. Yeah, I'll just leave them back in. Alright, engineer. So I do now have a trap that I want. Enraged. But I'm still looking for a lure. Let's go with more monsters. A second satyr. I kind of like the spreading poison on everybody. That was kind of nice. now I have plenty of monsters. We can start sending guys out to plunder. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull everybody out, and then put all these guys in, even though they have motivation problems. Well, not problems. It's motivation deficit. This way, I think it should not draw from the pool of level 2s. We'll go plundering. Oh, nope, it's still drawn from level 2 pool. Okay. So I can upgrade a trap for 100%. Or I can get some gold. And everybody gets +2 morale. The problem is I have a lot of traps I don't care for. Even though it's 100% to upgrade a trap, assuming that each trap gets an equal percentage, I would have maybe like a 20% chance of getting a beneficial effect. Because all of these would be benefit. Okay, maybe 40%. Because these two I like. Maybe it's just because that's what you start with in the demo. I don't know. So we'll go with the morale gain and gold. And one guy was injured. Great. Okay, so now I know that. Well, hopefully I can remember, but this will volunteers will be pulled from the garrison as well. We'll put everybody back. Right here, and wow, that's really impressive that I have such good motivation among my group. Okay, so now I will need to be putting in my spreadsheet stuff, so so that's what's gonna happen next. All right, siege, that's good. Or trainer. Trainer's also good. I have a lot of money for trainer. Unfortunately, I can't see how much gold I'm getting for these things here. Let's see here. I did all right last round. Let's do the siege. Let's pull out my 2 good traps. No, apparently you knew that. You knew that these are the traps I like. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter that they were in my stock. No, it's only 25 gold. So we'll go with these. All right, let's go and put these back then. All right, plunder or event. Let's plunder. Enraged for 3 monsters, or range 3. Enraged 3 for all monsters. Find a monster. Okay, I like that. That was higher percentage. I'd do that. All right, we'll find a monster. The necromancer's lair, so it's gonna be a skeleton. It's a ghost. Okay.